General Hospital's bold reinvention. Rory Gibson steps into a legacy role as custody war erupts in a move that has sent ripples through the soap opera landscape. General Hospital has made a seismic casting change that promises to reshape one of its most central family sagas. Michael Corinthos, the conflicted scion of both the Corinthos and Quatermain dynasties, has officially been recast. Veteran daytime actor Rory Gibson, best known for his role as Noah Newman on The Young and the Restless, has been tapped to take over the role, marking a new chapter in the character's evolution. The timing could not be more critical, as Michael is at the epicenter of one of the most explosive storylines GH has mounted in years. A ruthless custody battle that threatens to fracture families, realign loyalties, and expose devastating truths. The recast was not entirely without precedent, but it was certainly unexpected. Longtime fans recall that actor Robert Adamson had temporarily filled in for Chad Jewell, Michael's most well-known portrayer, on several occasions. Many assumed that if Jewell stepped away permanently, Adamson might inherit the role. Instead, the showrunners made a surprising pivot, bringing in Gibson, who ironically replaced Adamson on Y&R years prior. In a poetic twist that's as soap-worthy as any scripted arc, Gibson now steps into Michael's shoes just as the character's world is burning down. Michael's return to Port Charles, while long anticipated, comes not as a triumphant homecoming but as a declaration of war. The man who once tried to rise above the corruption and violence of his heritage now finds himself drawn back into the trenches of family warfare. At stake are the lives and futures of his two young children, Wiley and Amelia, and the fractured remnants of a marriage torn apart by betrayal and lies. Willow Corinthos, his estranged wife, has taken the bold and controversial step of leaving their marriage and moving in with Drew Kane, Michael's own uncle. Her decision would be shocking under any circumstances, but it is especially volatile given Drew's recent public scandals and troubled history. What was once whispered in private is now plastered across gossip sites and court filings. Drew's involvement in a sordid affair riddled with scandal, including allegations of drug-fueled parties and questionable associations, has cast a long shadow over his fitness as a father figure. As if that weren't enough, Michael's reappearance is surrounded by mystery and subterfuge. The man who vanished in the wake of serious burn injuries now resurfaces in cryptic fashion, watching from the shadows as Willow and Drew flaunt their relationship at the nurses' ball. Surveillance footage, captured from a phone aboard a private jet, shows Michael observing the couple as they put on a public display of unity. The cold fury in his eyes is unmistakable. Michael hasn't just returned, he's plotting his next move with clinical precision. The timing of this resurgence is no coincidence. With May sweeps in full swing and an epic courtroom showdown looming, General Hospital is positioning Michael's return as the dramatic centerpiece of its upcoming arcs. Fans can expect the courtroom scenes to be as emotionally charged as they are legally intricate. Diane Miller, the legendary Killer Miller of the courtroom, is already preparing a blistering case in Michael's favor. With the financial muscle of the Quatermains and the streetwise influence of the Corinthos name behind him, Michael enters the fight armed to the teeth. His opponents? A morally compromised congressman and a woman whose betrayal has not only shattered a marriage but has also called into question her judgment as a mother. Willow's defense will need to be bulletproof, and at the moment, all signs point to it being full of holes. From the allegations about Drew's past to the public backlash over their relationship, the odds are stacked heavily against them. Adding to their dilemma is the fact that much of Port Charles, including Carly, Sonny, Jocelyn, and even Jason, have thrown their support behind Michael. The community has rallied around him, painting him as a devoted father wronged by the people he once trusted most. There's no question that the courtroom showdown slated for early June will be one for the ages. The children's futures hang in the balance, and with the mounting tension on both sides, the trial is shaping up to be not just a legal confrontation but a psychological bloodbath. Secrets are poised to surface. Allegiances will fracture. And in the midst of it all stands Michael, reborn, relentless, and ready to reclaim everything he believes was stolen from him. For fans, the change in actor offers both a challenge and a thrill. Rory Gibson's portrayal will be under the microscope, but early signs suggest he's more than ready for the task. Known for his intensity and emotional depth, Gibson is expected to bring a grittier, more hardened edge to Michael, reflective of the character's recent ordeals and emotional evolution. No longer the idealistic young man torn between two legacies, this Michael is a man forged in betrayal and poised for revenge. As for Chad Jewell, his departure from the role marks the end of an era. His portrayal of Michael spanned over a decade and included some of GH's most iconic storylines. From the tragic death of baby Jonah to Michael's own stint in prison, Jewell imbued the character with vulnerability, complexity, and resolve. Now, as he embarks on new ventures beyond Port Charles, fans wish him well, even as they brace themselves for what lies ahead. Because in Port Charles, nothing stays buried forever. And for Michael Corinthos, the past is no longer just a shadow. It's a weapon. One he's about to wield with devastating force. As the courtroom doors swing open and the fate of two innocent children is decided, one truth remains: the war has just begun.